it'll be, whoa, kind of funny. Whoa. Ah, no, don't fall. Bring you bitches down a couple notches. My living room is a little bit messy, but who gives a fuck? We're real. We're real on here. It's my real life, people. Is that Justin Bieber? The paparazzi video? I feel like that's what came to my mind. Maybe I'm wrong. What's not clocking for you guys? Not clocking for you guys. My real life. Yeah, I think I'm thinking of the Justin Bieber video. These do look a little bit crooked, but it is what the fuck it is. Oh my god, babes. It has been far too long since I have made a video, a long form content video, and I am so happy to be back. Yes, the mic is still not fully bedazzled, but once I tell you how the past few months of my life have been, you will understand why. There we go, babes. So it's 2025, end of May. I'm moving back down to Southern California, thinking I'm about to have the best fucking summer of my life. The summer that I get everything I ever wanted, my own little apartment, party after party. Just living life, living like Larry, living la vida loca. Sorry, there's absolutely so much boob sweat in between my boobs because my apartment just absorbs the fucking heat. I don't know how insulation works, but it definitely feels like it works backwards in my apartment. Anyway, and I move in with my mom for like 2 weeks while I'm trying to find my own place. That is where the start of my stress happened. I don't know why, but it was like almost a primitive stress of like, I need to find somewhere to live. Granted, I am well aware I could fully move back into my mom's and just live there, you know? But there was some innate like stress, survival need inside of me that was like, you need to figure it the fuck out and get your own place and hurry up. So somehow, magically, within like 2 weeks, I find this place. Not magically, actually, because I was looking at apartments like every fucking day. I was on Zillow, I was on apartments.com, I was on Craigslist. That's how I fucking found this place. Not even gonna lie, but that will explain so much more after. Okay, so I finally find this place. I'm scared out of my fucking mind to like fully sign the lease by myself and put the full deposit, just me, solo. But you know, I'm like, I literally feel like it's my Eminem moment, like, this is your one shot, one opportunity, like, and I'm betting on myself. And after that, babes, everything came tumbling down. So granted, I just moved back from Northern California. I don't have a job. I'm luckily just surviving off my student loans because I had gotten my reimbursement for summer tuition, and I feel like I just always underestimate how expensive it's gonna be to move out. Like every time they say like for construction and like moving, like if you're renovating your place or you're moving, like just double the amount that you think it's gonna be, because random expenses just fucking pop up out of nowhere. And that is just the God honest truth here, okay? So my money is withering away. Like I literally feel like I was breathing and I was spending money. And my money was dwindling fast. So here I am. Got my place. This is gonna be so personal, but like, and vulnerable, but like, this is just my life. This was just my life. So I move in. I find a few little friends, and by friends, I mean some little roaches. Nothing like those crazy nasty big ones, but like still little roaches, a few too many for my liking, you know? Like, I feel like, okay, if it was like one or two, whatever, I'll let them slide. I'll still, you know, do the fucking bombs, those like insect bombs or whatever the fuck, and then, you know, whatever. But I was seeing like 3 or 4 a day for like the first week. So my stress skyrockets because I'm just catastrophizing everything. I'm like, I literally just paid so much money to move in here. Now I have a roach infested apartment. How the fuck am I gonna, like, I was not sleeping. Like, when I tell you I was not sleeping, I would lie in my bed. I would lie in my bed praying to God that I did not wake up with like a roach on my face or something like that. Like, I am not kidding. I was praying like I don't know what they're called in English, but like Padre Nostro and the Ave Maria. Like, I was literally praying. Oh my God. Before I went to bed every night because I was so terrified to wake up with a roach on my face or like in my mouth or something like that. So anyway, then I was spending so much money on like fumigating my place. Like, I never like actually got someone to professionally fumigate it, but I like bought all of the things, looking on Reddit, like everything, to just find all the information to like not have roaches in my apartment. To this day, I feel like at least they respect me, you know? They know I'm the top bitch here, and if they come out, they come out at night when I'm sleeping. I'm just kidding, knock on wood. I really have not seen a roach in like, I want to say like a solid like month. Yeah, which is really good for me. So I don't know. It's, you know, it's the era of my life. This is what I can afford, and it is what it is. I'm proud of what I can afford. I can afford to live on my own, which is the craziest fucking thing. And like, that's also why this kind of tutors into like a different conversation, but like, I often will just say like, yeah, I kind of live in the ghetto. I'm like, it is what it is. It's what I can afford right now, and I'm proud of what I can afford. Because I feel like people don't really realize how fucking expensive it is to live on your own until you're actually doing it, and you're like, fuck, like, this is actually so insanely expensive. Anyway, so either way, I don't care if the roaches come out at night while I'm sleeping. At least they respect me during the daytime and will leave me the fuck alone. Anyway, and I'm proud of my place and myself and that I can afford this. Anyway, so I'm running out of money quick, ladies, quick. It is like June, and my money is dwindling fast. So I am applying everywhere. When I tell you, I am like, I don't give a fuck what I was doing. I just didn't want to do sex work. I was like, I don't care if I'm scrubbing toilets. I don't care. Like, I just need a job. Okay? When I tell you, every fucking door was getting shut in my face. Like, it would just be like the most insane thing. Like, one, I knew my resume was a little too qualified for the jobs that I was applying for, but I was just like, dude, a job is a job. And then I finally started like altering my resume for something, like taking off that I was getting my master's degree, because I just knew people were gonna be like, she's only gonna stay for like 2 months, which was gonna be the case, but they didn't need to know that, you know? So anyway, I was like, every single door was getting shut in my face. Places were just obviously not getting back to me, or it, like, the most random thing, like, I got an interview at Olive Gardens. Yeah, fuck you guys. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love Olive Gardens. Anyway, Olive Garden, I don't fucking know. I got an interview there, and then the day of my interview, it gets canceled because I'm assuming they had interviews the day before, so they already filled all the slots. But I was just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, literally every fucking door is getting shut in my face. It was miserable. This was the summer I was crashing out every fucking day. And like, the scariest part is also like just realizing like Like, you are running out of money. If you get a job tomorrow, your first paycheck won't be for like 2 weeks. And you're just like, yeah, I have bills due before that. I don't know how I'm going to figure that out. I genuinely, to this day, can't even really remember how I figured it out. I would like, yeah, I genuinely don't know how I figured it out. It was just little miracles here and there. But I was not seeing that at the time. At the time, I was so deep in my own shit and sorrow that I didn't want to see that those were little miracles. Anyway, let's keep going. So I fucking find this job on Craigslist. Oh, Lord. The worst job I've ever had by far in my entire life. So I'm working at a hotel in bumfuck middle of nowhere. It's an hour drive from me, but I was like, I don't give a fuck. I need a job tomorrow. And that's basically how it worked out. I went up for the interview and they were like already handing me the W-4 and like my I-9 to fill out. And that should have been my second red flag, because the first red flag should have been that I got the job off Craigslist. But you know, a girl was desperate. If they're already giving you the job before they've asked you anything about you, it's because they desperately need people there. So yeah, I fill out the paperwork. I literally start like 2 days later. Like, they were like, yeah, we need someone this Sunday. I was like, perfect, I can work this Sunday. The first night they leave me there alone. Granted, this is not a big hotel, but the first night, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know how the systems work. I've never worked hospitality in my entire life. So it was crazy. But the craziest part was I was sitting at my desk, at the front desk, you know, just chilling because everyone had already checked in. I didn't really have much to do. And I'm eating dinner that this lovely family gave me because they were just the sweetest angels on the earth, and they just knew I was somehow, you know, spirit told them, this girl is broke as fuck. She does not have any food. She does not have any food in her fridge. She needs a meal. Give her something. So yeah, the family like was grilling out, and at the back end of the hotel, and so they brought me a plate. It was so sweet. I'm like almost crying because I'm so stressed and life is fucking miserable at this point. And I'm eating the dinner at the desk by myself, and out of nowhere, thin air, a fucking rat comes out of like the filing cabinet area, and I literally like squealed, jump on top of the desk. The rat goes running back to where it came from, thankfully. It was more scared than I was, probably, but I was just like sitting on top of the desk, paralyzed for like 3 minutes, just being like, God, this has got to be the most cruel fucking joke you have ever played on me, ever. Because imagine that. You desperately need this job. You have no money. I'm surviving off of my credit cards at that point, and and the first job that I actually get where I'm going to be paid, so I thought, we'll get there. A rat comes out. It's a rat-infested hotel. And I was just like, I don't know. I was in so much shock of just like, this cannot be my life right now. This actually cannot be my life right now. But it is. That I didn't know what to do. I was just like, okay, I don't know, but I need to check, so let's just keep it pushing. So I literally like just put a fan next to, mind you, it's like kind of cold, because where this hotel is, it's colder than like city. So anyway, I put a fan on, I'm freezing my ass off. I don't even have an appetite anymore because obviously the rat ruined it. And just so like there would be some more background noise and the rat wouldn't come back out, I'd lock up, squeal, rush home. The next time I come in, I like tell the manager, I was like, yeah, you guys, what is going on with the rats? And they're like, oh yeah, like it's a thing, like it's a thing, girl, like yeah, we don't really know what to do about it. And I was just like, so basically you're telling me to like deal with it. There's not really much I can do. Okay, so whatever, I worked there for a week. I'm also like very confused on when I'm gonna get paid, because no one has really given exact dates. The people that were hired before me, like everyone there was new. Like the longest employee there had been working there a month. And I was just like, okay, so when are we getting paid? Because a girl needs to know, otherwise I need to find another job. So no one really knows. Everyone's very confused. We're all kind of like communicating with each other of like, you know, yeah, like when did they tell you we'd get paid, and so and so and so. And finally, like, the day is approaching that they're supposed to get paid, and I was just like, okay guys, like I need to know. I didn't assume I was gonna get paid because I had just started, so I was like, okay, yeah, you know, whatever, I gotta wait the 2 weeks and then I'll get paid. So that was like something that was also causing so much commotion there, because I'm working at a rat infested property. No one has gotten paid yet, even though the longest employee has been working there a month. What the fuck is going on? I'm so confused. So I'm like, I'm gonna give it 1 week. If these people get paid, then I'll stay in the rat infested apartment. But if they don't, then I gotta bounce. Like, I literally do not have the time to be wasting and the energy to be putting to do this. So finally the day comes, they do get paid, and I'm like, okay, there's some sort of relief there. Then the rats in the office just start losing their damn mind. Like, they just start going wild. Well, you know, rats procreate so quickly. Anyway, so it was just like, I would walk into the office if I were opening that day, and there'd just be rat shit everywhere. And I was just like, oh my God, I cannot deal with this. I'm definitely not getting paid enough for this. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. On top of this, actually, I forgot to mention, I start my internship for my master's degree. And so now I'm honestly driving an hour in like completely different directions. I'm driving an hour to my internship Monday through Wednesday, and mind you, no money for gas, no nothing. I'm literally just surviving off my credit cards. And then Thursday through Sunday, I'm working an hour away at this hotel. And the first week of my internship, I'm sitting there like just studying up, reading, because I hadn't gotten any clients yet, and just practicing the things that I need to be practicing. And I look through my emails, my account is overdrafted. I was like, oh my fuck. Like, literally, it's just so terrible because my graduate degree is like in the mental health space, and I am there sitting at my internship, where the worst possible place to have a fucking crash out, but I'm literally about to crash out because my account just went negative. It was like 2 weeks before rent was due. I barely started this job, and I had no money, no idea where I'm gonna get my next dollar from to like make my account go positive. And the worst possible place, I'm at my internship where people actually are getting paid to do what I'm doing for free, already feeling like an imposter. My account goes negative. I was just like, Lord, like literally when I tell you, I was sitting at my desk seeing my account be negative and like tears were just welling in my eyes, and I was just like, I can't do this right now. Like, I literally cannot do this right now. I cannot crash out right now. This is not the time or place. And I was just like, so luckily it was about to be lunchtime. I go, luckily they have like this nice little pond around my internship. I go for a walk, but I'm still just like mentally spiraling. Like, I have no idea how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna pay the rest of my bills for the month, how I'm gonna come up with rent. Like, it was fucking terrible. I can laugh about it now, but it was just like the irony, the absolute irony that I'm crashing out in a mental health space that I just started my internship at, that I have to like present to keep it together, that shit in my, like, compartmentalized, you know? Like, I need to compartmentalize. And I did it to the best of my ability. Like, I had a minuscule crash out at lunch, and I was like, you can save this for when you get home, because we don't want to get fired from our internship because we're crashing out. So that happens. I literally am so stressed for all of July, most of August, actually. Yeah, like from end of last 2 weeks of July to the middle of August, I am so stressed. My hair is falling out. Like, I'm not kidding. I would shower, like, chunks of my hair would fall out. I would get out of the shower, I'd brush my hair, more chunks were falling out. I was dropping weight rapidly, mainly because I didn't have anything to eat. The only things like, okay, this is very vulnerable, but like, it's just the God honest truth of what was happening in my life the past 2 months. Like, I did not have anything to eat. I had my fridge stocked with like eggs because I was like, that's protein. I just know I need to get protein in to like keep me more full. Milk and creamer for my coffee, because I knew if I didn't have money for a coffee, if I didn't have supplies for a coffee, I was just gonna crash out in the morning, because I was like, Lord, please, like, that is the one thing I need just to like keep me feeling some sense of normalcy, and like things aren't as bad as they really are. But those were like the only things I would keep stocked in my fridge, was like milk, creamer, eggs, bread, and like cottage cheese, because I was like, I could just put cottage cheese on a bread. And like the amount of like things and ways and creative meals I had to come up with because I just did not have fucking food. Oh my God. It was, again, like this other level of like primitive stress. Like, I cannot explain to you like the probably level of cortisol that was running through my body every fucking day for that was like 6 weeks. On top of that, I am not getting any sleep whatsoever, because constantly need to be doing something. If it wasn't for school, it was for like, because I'm still enrolled in my classes. I am doing stuff for my internship because I'm actively supposed to be conducting therapy. And then if I'm not doing that, then I'm at work an hour away. So I was sleeping probably like consistently 4 to 5 hours a night. So mind you, I feel like it was probably, what was the word I'm looking for? Justified. It's probably justified why my body was going in like absolute shock mode of, you're not feeding us, you are not sleeping well, we just need to keep the vital organs. We just need to keep the vital organs alive. Your hair, your weight does not matter. Let's keep the heart running and the lungs pumping. Oh my gosh. Okay. Again, it's funny because I'm not in that state of stress anymore. But at the time, I was genuinely crashing out every day, just like crying hysterically. Then another funny kiki moment, I'm at my internship. We have to have like group supervision with everyone. I mentioned this in a short. We have to have group supervision with everyone and like present cases and ask for help and all of the things. Mind you, I need my laptop for work. Like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And by work, I mean my internship. Like, they don't give out laptops. You have to have your own. So I opened my laptop for group supervision. Mind you, I'm surrounded by my peers. it's not turning on. And it's literally just like making the Apple startup noise and then cuts off. So it's like, doo-doo-doo. And I was like, okay, this is not happening right now. Like, I just cannot, I literally mentally cannot handle this. So I like try to restart it like 3 or 4 times. It's not working. So I just shut it. I'm like, I'm just not gonna have my laptop open during these 2 hours of supervision. I was like, okay. The first break comes and I like kind of rush to the bathroom because I can feel myself like almost about to cry because my brain again is catastrophizing everything of just like, I literally need my laptop for the rest of this workday, let alone for the rest of my academic school year and the rest of my time that I'm at this internship. Secondly, I cannot afford a new laptop, nor can I even afford to fix this one. So my brain is just like catastrophizing everything. I'm just like, I cannot, like, life is fucking over. I am ruined. This is just terrible. Like, why is this happening? And I'm just like in the bathroom, like hyperventilating, like panic attack mode, trying to like force myself to not cry because, you know, when you start crying, your nose gets red and then people are going to ask you like, why are you crying? And if somebody if one person had asked me like, how are you, or are you okay, or anything along those lines, I would have lost it. I would have had a full mental breakdown. Like, I just, thank God nobody asked me that question during those 6 weeks because I would have lost my shit. And again, imagine that, like the one place I have to keep it together. My internship, my mental health, the mental health space. Like, I don't want to be, which granted, I feel like that it could teeter off into like a completely different conversation of like, mental health providers are also human too, but like the level of crash I was gonna have was probably not okay. Like, yeah, it would have not been explainable as to the shit that I was going through. But whatever, that conversation could be saved for a different moment. So I like somehow pull it together. I go back out. I'm like texting my poor pregnant sister if she could bring me her laptop because I just needed to finish out my work day. And I somehow, like, I get my group supervisions over. I go to my office. I like am YouTubing videos on how to restart my computer because I just don't want it to be dead. I was like, just don't be dead, because I don't have the money to buy a new computer. And somehow I get it to restart. So I'm just like, oh, a little miracle. Like, I can take a baby deep breath, because Lord knows I could not take a deep breath at that moment of just like, I'll make it through the day. So I get through that, and now I just carry both my laptop and my sister's laptop because I just cannot, I cannot go through that again. I cannot, granted, I am going to get my laptop fixed now. Like, crisis is being averted. I am taking proactive measures for the safety of my mental health. But regardless, so that happens. As I'm exhausted, I am going through it. The job at the hotel is just terrible. There's so much drama going on there, and the rat infestation just keeps getting worse. Like, it just keeps getting worse. I cannot explain to you how bad it is. It's just terrible. It's terrible. I am front desk, so I have to deal with all the complaints of the clients, and like morally and ethically, I'm like, I am with you. I'm with you. You deserve a full refund. I would not ever tell anyone to spend their money there. And at that point, I was kind of just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, luckily, money started flowing in again. But there was like this moment in time. But wait, before I like start to get to like the happy ending, yeah, the Avril Lavigne of it all. Dude, maybe I do have ADHD. Where the fuck was I going? Okay, yeah. But there really was a moment where I was fully like, I just lost faith. No, but there was like a moment in that 6-week period where I was just so angry with God. yeah, I was just so angry with God. I really felt like I had lost faith. I had lost any ounce of hope. I was just like, every single thing in my life is going wrong. I was like, should I have bet on myself and got my own place? Like, clearly it feels like I shouldn't, because it's got roaches. I can't afford the rent, and mind you, I'm not even paying super expensive rent. I thought I got a really good cheap deal on my rent, but regardless. So it was just like all of those things of just being like, every single thing in my life is going wrong. I cannot even fathom the fact that I was somehow managing to keep myself alive. And I was just like, God, I'm so angry for you. I feel like you're not showing up for me. I feel like you forgot about me. I feel like I I don't have anything else in me to give and and to to keep showing up. I was like, everything is going wrong. Mind you, then I had this like really crazy like spiritual experience with this homeless man in the like a downtown area of a town next to where I live. And it was crazy because I was going home from a date, and because honestly, I was like, you know what, I might as well go on dates to get free meals because I don't have money. Anyway, no, but I went on this date with this guy, and I was about like in my car putting my directions to go home, and this homeless man comes up to my car, and he was like, do you have any food, anything? And like without hesitation, I literally like look over and I was like, just take my metal water bottle. It has water. And like I just give it to him. And he was like so grateful and so happy and so like could not thank me enough for the fact that like I just gave him my metal water bottle. And I was just like, he literally was like, do you mind if I pray for you? And like I literally just almost burst into tears because I was just like, I'm so angry with you, God. Like, everything in my life is going wrong. And in spite of all of that, I still have this giving heart of just like, I will share literally the sweater off my back with someone because I just know it's not that bad. Like, I'm not going, my life is not that bad. And granted, I, in the moment, and then the really nice homeless man also wanted to pray for me in his native language, which who's from Cambodia, so I don't know what language they speak. But yeah, but I went home and I was just bawling my eyes out because I was just so angry. Granted, I know now looking back, like that was literally God showing up in my life. But in the moment, I couldn't see it because I was just so upset that God wasn't showing up in the way I wanted him to show up. He was showing up in the way that I needed him to show up, which I can look at that now and repent for repent for my anger, but I also can like my anger was valid. Everything in my life was going fucking wrong. Like I did not feel like I had a single person I could lean on. And then, oh, mind you, literally the like a week before my rent was due, I get the final bill from our lease up in Northern California, $1,100 I have to pay. I was like, great, another bill on my plate that I don't have any money for. So it was just like, boom, another bomb dropped. Like when I tell you just like the amount of things that were going wrong in my life, I cannot stress that enough. So after that moment, I'm still like kind of angry with God. I'm still going through the trenches, and like slowly things start to lighten up. Slowly I'm somehow, my sister and I pay that bill for our lease termination. I somehow find money for my rent. Like all of these little things suddenly start clearing up, and I can, like by the end of August, I can feel like I can take a deep breath again. Like I cannot stress that feeling enough of just feeling like and the world doesn't fall apart. Like I can take a deep breath and it doesn't feel like my world is caving in on me. But I feel like I say this to share like you really don't have any idea what the fuck anyone else is going on. What? Sometimes my English just does not English at all. I say this all to say that, like, I can laugh about this now, and really, truly, you never know what someone else is going through on the other side of the screen, or what they choose to share on the internet. Like, you have no idea the battles that they are facing in their personal life. But anyway, I say this also all to say, like, if you are going through it, I was right there with you. It is fucking hard. Life is hard. Especially right now. Life is really, really hard. I watched the Mythical Kitchen with Brittany Broski the other day. And the only thing that's, like, coming to my mind right now is, like, just try to find more giggles than, I don't know what giggles and something she said, but try and find more giggles. And I know that's really annoying when, like, you want solutions, you want solutions, you want answers, you want things to be fixed, but trust me, they're coming. It will get fixed. There will be solutions, but don't let it rob your peace. I feel like that was such a pivotal moment for my faith, of just, like, you literally can have everything stripped from you. And the one thing you can control, the only thing you can control, is your perspective on life and your attitude. So don't let these external things rob you from your peace and your happiness and your joy. Like, yeah. Anyway, have a beautiful day. Love you guys so much. I will be posting a lot more now that I have a lot more time. Peace and blessings. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Please pray that I'm not late to my intern.